Hello, I'm John Stossel, and this is 2020 in Touch.
And I'm Noreen Banji. In tonight's program, we uncover the truths and controversies surrounding the technology of data mining. Data mining is the process of collecting large quantities of data and then summarizing and analyzing it to produce previously unknown, useful information. Information that can be used by different businesses to predict future trends and behaviors and then to make strategic decisions. Some examples of how this data can be collected are item by item at the checkout line, through branded Visa cards, or using RFID technology. Today we have IT expert Gianna Poon here to shed some light on how data mining can add value to your business. Thank you, Noreen.
It helps managers determine relationships between price, customer demographics, economic conditions, and the competition. Managers can discern where a change in any of these variables affects a company's profits. The easiest example would be in retail stores, where managers can track a customer's purchase history and then develop products and promotions aimed at a specific customer segment.
But what is key to remember is that software aimed at data mining just spits out correlations and relationships. The managers need to analyze that data and make informed decisions based on these relationships. In the past years, we've always looked at previous data and said, what happened? Data mining gives us the ability to extrapolate from this information and ask what is likely to happen next month and why.
Association. Patterns where one event is connected to another event. Like when you buy corn chips, there's a 65% chance you will also buy Coke. Sequence or path analysis. Patterns where one event leads to another event. For example, if a house is bought, then 45% of the time a new one will be bought within 1 month. Classification. Turning coincidences into new patterns, like linking which types of promotions will retain which types of customers. Clustering. Finding groups of previously unknown facts such as geographic location and brand preferences. And lastly, forecasting, estimating the future value of certain patterns of activity like increased sales. Walmart has 460 terabytes of data stored on its mainframes. The internet has less than half this quantity. Thus, this gives Walmart an incredible amount of power for detecting patterns and predicting future trends. For example, in 2004, when Hurricane Francis was making its way towards Florida, Walmart, in anticipation of a hurricane, stocked up on Pop-Tarts and beer, predicting that these would all sell out first. They were right.
Let's talk to IT specialist Jenny Chen about the privacy and ethical implications of using data mining.
The Fair Information Practice Principles provides the basis for many privacy laws. This ensures that practices which collect and use personal information are fair and provide adequate privacy protection. The problem is that a number of these principles conflict with many current uses of data mining technology. For example, the Purpose and Use Limitation Principle states that the primary purpose of the collection must be clearly identified and understood by the consumer at the time of the collection. However, identifying what data will be of value for or what relationships will emerge at the time of the data collection is the antithesis of data mining.
Have you ever deliberately omitted information when completing customer surveys? Have you ever put the wrong information on purpose? Customers' concerns for ensuring personal privacy may actually result in detrimental effects to the quality of survey data. The presence of duplicate records, the lack of data standards, and human error can significantly impact the effectiveness of the more complex data mining techniques, which are sensitive to subtle differences that may exist in the data. There will need to be uniform ways of inputting data for it to be reliable. Consequently, the limitations of data mining are primarily data or personnel related, rather than technology related.
But how can you or any other manager go about implementing this type of technology?
First, the company must define a business objective for the project and collect data to meet these objectives. A strategy involving a capability assessment of current data, personnel, and their skills, equipment, and software is necessary to evaluate the capabilities and resources needed going forward. Once the data is collected and stored, it must be cleaned to ensure quality standards. Then, transformation into algorithms is necessary for the data mining applications to read. Almost 90% of the time and effort is spent on this data understanding and pre-processing. The next stage is implementation and analysis. An outside party such as Oracle can run a data mining application. These are available for all size systems and price ranges from several $1,000s for the smallest applications up to $1 million a terabyte for the largest. Once the data has been mined, analysis and decision making can take place.
That concludes this week's edition on data mining. Until next time, I'm Noreen Banji.
And I'm John Stossel. For all of us at 2020, we're in touch, so you be in touch.
Okay, like I can't hold it. Like I can't just stare at myself. It's really not possible.
You have to stop laughing.
Okay, just stop. It'll be fine. Oh, everything looks weird. Okay, can you stop?
If she's symmetrical, it looks weird.
It looks
We
really
know
weird.
not all symmetrical is based on these relationships. So it's not just looking at what happened, but initiating change to prepare yourself for the future.
That was Noreen's
That was
line.
my line. You're talking, I'm like,
Yeah. I was like, I thought that. I should put you guys in like different colors.